taking this wonderful opportunity to welcome you to the show. This is Ezokholo Gospel Show. Igama lami ke ngibonga niyona andihambi ndedwa.
And my name is Itu Bella. Today on the show, we are going to be having some motivation, some words of wisdom by Nkosa Zanangwandla, and we will enjoy some amazing worship music by Legato. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're still tuned into Ezokholo on channel 216 Pumakapa TV. Well, we are about to have some devotion by Nkosa Zanangwadla. She's going to give us a word of encouragement. But firstly, Nkosa Zana, welcome on the show. Please introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Nkosa Zanangwadla. I am originally from East London. And I am just a child of the Lord, man. You know, I'm trying my best in terms of my Christian journey. And yeah, that's basically who I am.
Tell us a bit about how, the journey has been for you, and how are you like pressing on and keeping on? Just for the person watching at home, the journey is not always easy. So just briefly, a word of encouragement, and then we're going to go into the word.
Okay, I think the first thing when you take the Christian journey, I think the first thing you need to know is that it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be easy. If you want an easy journey, then try to follow someone unlike Christ. Because if you look at how Christ lived on earth, you will see. And so naturally, because you follow him, that is how the progression of your life will go as well. So understand that it's not going to be easy, but it is worth it. So yeah.
I love that. That is so true. As you're about to give us the word, please go ahead and encourage the person watching at home. Some people are really discouraged. The year's beginning, things are not turning out the way that they want. Abanya are so amped up about the year. What could you say to us?
So I'm one of those people, actually. So I don't come here as an expert or anything like that. But I like music, right? And there's a song I like. In the song, the artist narrates a story of Humpty Dumpty. I think we all know Humpty Dumpty. So Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Ne? Then Wawa will pull out Humpty Dumpty into a million pieces. Now, when they were trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, they called all of the king's horses and all of the king's men, basically all of the who's of the town at the time. And even with all of that power and know-how and knowledge and all of that, they couldn't really put him back together again. And the narrator of the song, the story that the artist is narrating in the song, he is basically suggesting that the reason why they couldn't put Humpty back together again is because they were calling on the wrong king, right? So, and I think that's what happens, is that when Natimos, it happens to us as well, that when we're living life, and obviously we're going to fall, we're going to go through stuff, and it's going to be very hard. And sometimes we're going to fall to a point where we don't even recognize ourselves. We cannot be put back together again, according to us. But the problem with that is that in trying to find a solution to that, or trying to pick up the pieces, we go to the wrong person. So if I'm in a motor, if you've got a Kia, I've got a Kia. If you have a Kia, you go to Kia for services and all of that. So you have to go back to the manufacturer. So you go back to the God who created you and be like, bruh, I am shattered into a million pieces. I don't know how I am going to, put my life back together again. I don't know what's going to happen. And you'll find that if you go back to God who created you, God will then put you back together again. And God has special tools that are custom made for you. And if you go back to him, then it only makes sense that he is going to be able to make you anew. That's why there's a verse 80, creating me a new heart. He is the only one who's able to do that, because he created you. And so you have a renewal of mind and spirit and body and all of that, simply because you went back to the person who created you. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think once that is done, so let's say they took Humpty and be like, this guy's broken. Let's take him back to the Humpty factory. Buy him 30 pieces like it and go back to the Humpty factory. What's going to happen is that he's going to be made anew and all of that. completely. And then what's going to happen is that once Apume, he's going to be equipped with a new strength. And that's what God promised, right? Is that he gives us a new strength each and every day. And that only comes if you die daily to yourself. So you have to deny everything that you are and everything that you know. And as long as you know that you think make you who you are, you have to put that aside and completely surrender yourself to God. And I'm not saying this, it sounds easy, but it's not. It's dying to yourself daily is not easy. Especially if or whatever, and you're just like, you know, that thing is not easy. But this is where faith comes in that I am broken, and there are places that I think are going to be able to put me back together again. But if I'm trusting God, because He said in His Word that I should call on Him because He is my God. Because of Him, I will not need anything. I will not need to steal. I will not need to covet. I'll not need to do any of these things. Ne? Because now you're going back to Him with that faith. He then restores you. Ne? What happens now when you've received this new renewal of mind and heart and body and all of that? What happens is that you become a new creature. And I think this is what Romans chapter 5, verse 3 says, is that even when, because remember I said at Kalendubana, the Christian walk is not easy. It's very difficult. It's not for the faint heart. But what happens is that that verse says, and we glory in tribulation also, knowing that all of these things worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. And I love the part 80, and hope maketh not ashamed. Itemba alidanisi, right? And so now you come from a point where ubungo hamti, you're broken and all of that. You go to God, He gives you a new heart and a new mind and all of that and body. You go to Him, He gives you a new character. You are able to withstand all of the challenges of life. And you glory in them, not only withstand, but glory in them because you know that they are working Christ character. So that's basically it.
Thank you so much, Nkosazana. That's such a good word. I hope that the person listening and watching at home is encouraged that this journey is indeed not easy, but it is, you can walk it. You can do it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Hope you're encouraged at home. After the break, we are going to be listening to the award-winning Legato blessing us with some worship music. Stay tuned.
Usabukela inkqubo yakho ke oyithandayo Ezokholo Gospel Show. Njengoba besikuthembisile ukuthi ke sinayo iLegato SA, the award-winning gospel group. Njengoba belapha ke namhlanje bazasichazela banzi ukuthi ke kwenzeka ntoni. Guys, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Firstly, iLegato, ngobani iLegato SA?
Mandizibuyisele nam to everyone watching. I'll introduce myself first. Igama uMilan Wagwasixakwe, and I sing bass for the band. Now, iLegato is a group that was born and bred in Gqeberha, and we grew up here from a very early age as kids. That's when we started singing. Our origins, or ingcambu zethu, are gospel. So we come from there, and we took this as a profession, and we did music.
Yes, and within the structure, Umilan Besano Tetanga he sings bass. We also have 5 other guys. There's Uluyolo Rastungu, there's Umihlali Tjatja, there is Ubongani Matrose, there's Upiogutle Tjatja, and then there's also Uluanda Lukuku. So we're just 6 boys from Gqeberha church. Our fathers used to sing together automatically. And then we became friends, Tina. Very early age, we were like, okay, we can hold a note. Since then, we've been just singing together, which is really working for us because we're not only just colleagues, we are also brothers, we're just also friends. So that's just the structure of the group in a nutshell.
Okay. Ukubana iLegato lena iqale nini? I believe ukuthi ke there was a show called The Sing-Offs. Lapho abantu abaninzi banibone khona. Iqale nini? And then how many years ngoku niqhuba?
Brand, I'm going to talk about the brand. The brand iLegato itself started in 2015 officially. That's when we started, but we've been singing forever. In many other groups, we had different names we used to call each other by. But the brand itself started in 2015 because that's the year we decided to go professionally. previous times a story, but because it's very painful, but it's a testimony because it shows Sugapi, and sometimes where you come from, people might not really recognize what you do until you have to step yourself up and ubonakalise balento ndenza njani. So it's a story like that. We don't really want to delve deep into it, but that encouraged us to actually move. 2015, we went to Joburg for about 2 months, 3 months, pushing music. And that's when we ended up in the competition. And most people know us from there, but from there on it was, we flew.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Then after that, we then went, I think 2017, 2018, we got contracts overseas. Till today, 2 of our members are full-time that side now. Not we are joining them next year. So yeah, from 2015, deciding to do this officially, 2017, changing the structure of the group because we were first a four-piece vocal group, and then with a female, so that made us 5. And then 2017 we changed the structure into 6 guys, and then since then it was just smooth sailing.
Ke umculo wenu gentlemen niqale enkonzweni nicule enkonzweni now nihamba kwindawo ezohlukeneyo, you go to Turkey, you go to Spain. How does the world receive your music, the music enibanika one?
One of the things we understood, okanye we picked up from an early age, is that Africans are very unique when it comes to his sound. So one of the things that we try and what's the word I'm looking for? Sibe intentional about it is our roots. So when we get there, we try as much, and because we understand that it's what they want. That side, they want a South African sound. They want something new, something different. Hence, Ladysmith groups like Ladysmith, Black Mambazo, zikwazi uphumela overseas because they are very traditional and they are proud to be African. So one of the things that we identified early, Tina, it was that, okay, let's take the route to become proud of who we are. That way, these people, they appreciate where we come from, because also not just in terms of sound, but the experiences that we have, we try and pour into the music, so people can relate to the experiences that we have with this new sound, being an African, also fused with what they are used to overseas. So we try and tap into his bases so that if you are coming to our concerts, everyone is fed at the end of the concert. Yeah.
Yes. You've had some challenges ezibuhlungu. Sometimes nibe ne-concert ubona uba hey ayile nto besiyicingile abantu abekho. You've had some challenges whereby you've lost some family members, and also touring kwezinye indawo ubona uba hey kuyabanda apha okanye hey ubuhlungu apha sikhumbula. But what kept you guys going?
Take this one, Chief, because I think it's a very serious issue that we faced and we are still facing, because some of us are not here, and we are struggling to actually work, but we are moving because we've been doing this for quite a while and we've set up systems. So at least now siyazama, but it's very difficult to have such challenges, especially being away from home. And you get phone calls of izinto ezenzekayo ekhaya, and you can't just take a taxi and be there. Yeah, well, so it really toughened us, and it shows even in the determination we have right now, because we are way more even determined to do our album, because we're working on it right now, because we know that we have things we have to work for now, because yonke lento we went through needs to show, okay, this is what you guys went through, so these are the results of everything you went through. Yeah.
Pio, maybe lona mbuzo uzoza kuwe. COVID, I believe it was a time apho bekunzima kakhulu. How did you take the whole thing ebisenzeka ebomini bakho? You lost a couple of members of family. Still, you had to go with umcimbi weligato. Make sure that the tour, the music goes on, as they say.
Look, now at this age, then we are starting to really understand that the purpose is much bigger. The show has to go on. What really fuels me is that okanye gives me amandla is that at the end of the day I must take whatever I've been given a calling along with the guys. So whatever experience that I'm going through, I must always find a way to put it inside the music, so that thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people are saved. Thousands and thousands of people are healed through my experience. So, COVID, yes, it did whatever it did, but songs like Maybe Tomorrow, Songs of Hope are now reaching so many other people than just Mnawyabo. So I'm trying to find a way of putting my experience into the music so that it heals a lot of people.
Thank you so much. Wena mbukela emakhaya usabukela inkqubo yakho oyithandayo Ezokholo Gospel Show. Xa sibuya, we will be hearing more from Ligato SA. Bazawusixela ukuthi ke what are their future plans. Stay tuned, ungabheki indawo. You're still watching your favorite show, Ezokholo Gospel Show on Mpuma Kapa TV, channel 260. As you know, ukuthi ke sisaqhuba interview kunye neLigato SA, the award-winning basicela banzi ukuthi ke kwenzeka ntoni ebomini babo. Gentlemen, let's get into what is happening currently ngeLigato. Ingaba, what is the music that we can expect kuni ngoku currently?
Currently, we are working on our album, our debut album. We've been working on it, but again, there have been a lot of challenges with other guys being away and also Abanye Bela Pepai and everything. So it's really hard to structure everything. But we're working on that, and there's new songs coming also that we're working on. So yeah, a lot is coming. We're also planning an anniversary, our 10-year anniversary coming up. So yeah, there's a lot coming. Yeah.
He's the music director. He's the music director, so he'll know more.
Guys, I don't want to say much, but yeah, the album is coming. Look, we're trying to balance everything out and not just make it into one for a certain audience, but a much more. Now that we've been we've had opportunities to travel overseas, we wanna broaden sound here to Kancinci and not just make it for a particular audience. So the album, one of the things that you need to expect is world music, big sounds, and songs that people are familiar with, like Amakala. There's a lot of features on the album. There's some guys who've won awards. There's some guys, I don't want to say yes too much, but yeah, some interesting features on the album. It's going to be a beautiful album because also it's not just music based, it's also experience based. It's our first album, which took us so many years to get done, and I'm thinking that we must release it 2027.
Now coming to the main thing, that is the award, Crown Gospel. You know, abantu abaninzi abayazi ukuthi you guys are the award winning. Mhlambi ke bekumele uba ilapha i-award bayibone. Tell us about the experience.
Actually, so too, nominated, we had to wait like a day. Guys, we were asking each other, but it's still surreal. We appreciate the support. Actually, Mpuma Kapa was one of the stations that really just came in and said, we will run with this thing of yours. So it's surreal. We're still thinking about it. Puts a lot of pressure, though, I must say, because expectation, guys, red pen. But yeah, I think for me, that's that. Milan can say further.
Yeah, not being there for these were the two guys that were there to actually accept. Yeah, but award. No, I was not there, but I was not alone. My other brothers were not there as well. Some were in Cape Town, Luando, and then the two guys, Michal and Obongana, overseas. So we were there in spirit, and we saw the videos, and we saw how Pio is a good networker. That's one thing he does as well. So we saw the interactions he's doing. Maybe some of those features, Puma from the gospel. I'm not going to say, but hey, watch out. So yeah, it was a great experience, and we hope to win more awards.
But I will say, it wasn't something that we were intentional. It's not something that we were saying we want an award. We were just putting in the work, doing what we do best, and just God is the one that shaped the way. So within the talent that we have, within the capabilities as Inazo, we also let God take the wheel because we believe that He has much more bigger plans for us. That's why it's still surreal into an album even now, because 2 years from now we were never even talking about an award, and today we've accepted an award. Yeah, but so yeah.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to our studios, and thank you for making sure that umculo wenu is going out the world and is doing well. I know good to get it needs into as you say, good, there's more pressure now that you've won an award. But thank you very much and keep making sure that umculo wenu is going far. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Well, we've come to the end of our show. I hope you guys enjoyed it at home. How do you feel about the show, namhlanje?
That was amazing, Bongs. I really hope that really ekhaya uyi-enjoyile nayo.
Yes, xa siphuma ke namhlanje sizophuma ingoma emnandi yeLegato SA izasipha ingoma emnandi at Is It You. I hope you're going to enjoy it.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.
Trapped in the dark, is it daytime or night? I can't tell them apart. I almost gave up till the loud voice said unto me, you're the child of the King, the great Master is He, who will keep you from falling and suffer defeat if you call on Him on your greatest time of need. Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the bright and morning star. You are there.